Hi, my name is Dawn Bowles. I am a nurse at St. Martha's Hospital, and I am married to a wonderful husband, and I have one son. I'm from the Antigonish area. I'm from St. Andrews Community, and I'm here to tell you about my journey.
Okay. And your journey is a remarkable story of weight loss. And where were you a year and a half ago?
A year and a half ago, I was in a very bad place personally. I didn't love myself. I didn't like who I was physically, and I didn't like who I was career-wise. I always had this need and this desire to help people, and didn't feel like I was fulfilling that desire within myself.
Okay. And if you don't mind, how large of a person were you?
I was 333.4 pounds.
Okay. And what day was that? In January of 2010?
2010.
Okay. And what was sort of the deciding factor to make you change uh, from that lifestyle to a new lifestyle? Was there any particular one thing?
A couple little things. I started a new job as a nurse, and I had finally actually felt like I was helping people. And in this helping people, I felt like I was worthy of happiness and I deserved to be happy because I was helping other people. So that's really one of the things that started it, is my new career and this happiness within myself, and started to love myself again.
Okay. So you decided to change. What did you do first?
I changed my diet first, just very slightly, a few small changes. Instead of eating chips every night, which I ate them pretty much every night, and pop, um, I decided to have it just on the weekends.
Okay.
And within a short amount of time, I saw quite a good change in my weight, about 13 pounds in 2 weeks.
Okay. And had you seen a doctor at that point and sort of talking to the doctor about what you're going to do or what you needed to do?
Not at that point. Shortly after that, I did, and she said, "Well, definitely add in some exercise."
Okay. And how did you do that? What did you do for exercise?
Well, I had wanted to start walking on my own, but I didn't because there was nobody there to push me. So I decided to join the gym. I joined Good Life, and I got myself a personal trainer. I really needed that motivation, and I got that. I found that there.
Okay. And you started off with just the chips and then the pop. Um, is there a prescribed diet that you follow, or did you just cut back on the things that are not supposed to be?
First, I cut back on the things I shouldn't be eating and started eating a little bit healthier on my own. But then I realized I needed more knowledge. So I started eating cleaner. I bought some books and just kind of learned what eating clean was. And so I began with that.
Okay. Can share just briefly there. What is clean eating?
Basically, you're eating fruits, vegetables, and meats. Nothing processed, nothing with anything extra. Um, you're, yeah.
Okay, nothing extra. And that, most of the food for clean eating, is that local grown food, or did you just try to go through the grocery store and say, "Oh, this is healthy for me," and I'll buy that?
A little of both. I try to buy stuff that is local, but at times you just go through the grocery store and you buy kind of what is there and what's good price for that time of the year too.
Okay. And with the exercise, how did that progress? Obviously, you're probably at a certain level to begin with, and how's that progressed since the last year?
When I started, I did good to walk up a flight of stairs. I'd actually be short of breath, and that was like just everyday things. I'd be short of breath just walking to the end of my driveway. It was hard. So I started very slowly at the gym. My trainer knew where I was starting out, uh, but also he could see what I was capable of. I believe also, and so he started me very slowly, and just began with walking on a treadmill, and now I'm at the point where I can run on a treadmill. And I think at first I started with maybe 20 minutes of like a cardio-based exercise, and now I can go up to an hour or more.
Okay. Are you might be training for
Yes,
an event? What would that be?
a sprint
A
triathlon.
sprint triathlon. What's that
Yes.
entail?
So there is a 750-meter swim in the ocean,
Uh-huh.
followed by a 20-kilometer bike ride and a 5-kilometer run.
Okay. So you're training for that. When is that going to happen? Do you know?
July. I don't have the exact date, but about the middle of July.
Okay. So in the past year, I guess what are some of the milestones along the way of losing the weight?
Um, well, gotta think about that one.
Hmm.
Sorry. Some of the, one of the big things for me was when I hit the 100-pound mark.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact date, but it was in September.
Uh-huh.
Um,
So that was 100 pounds in September.
Mhm.
And so how much have you lost in the year and 2 months that it's been? 14 months. You've lost how much weight in 14 months?
Close to 125 pounds.
Close to 125 pounds.
Yes.
What does your family say about this?
They're amazed, and they're so happy. They're happy for me because they see that I'm happy now, and they're so supportive, and they just love it.
And one of the things that you did throughout the whole process is you started blogging your experience. Why is that so?
I started blogging. Part of the reason is because I don't want to forget where I was. It's nice to have those reminders written down. Also, I want people out there to know that the people who are in the same situation that I was in, I want them to know that they can do it too. And this is a record of how I'm doing it, and they can follow along, and they can see that you start out slowly. You can't run a marathon your first day of exercising. You really need to do it slowly.
Okay. And you agreed to help the casket with our recent Annie Ganesh Healthy series, or Healthy Annie Ganesh series.
Yes.
Why is that?
To get my story out there. I really have this desire. I want people to know that if I can do it, then they can too. Because for many years I thought that I wasn't capable of doing it. And I made the decision that I was going to do it. And I think that's where you start. That you set your mind to. And that's where I was, and that's what I did.
Okay.
So.
All right.